Hello everyone, this is Alexandra Sorensen and today I'm going to share with you a tutorial I created called Portrait Posing 101. First, I'd like to talk about why I chose to create a tutorial about the basics of portrait posing. I came across a great tutorial on iHeartFaces.com that discussed and showed some basic posing must-dos for photographers, which is where I've taken my inspiration from on this tutorial. My second reason for choosing this topic is because as a new photographer myself, I jumped into a portrait photo shoot without having ever done one before. If I would have taken just a couple minutes to research some posing tips, my images from that first photo shoot would have been worlds better. Having a few posing staples as a photographer can drastically improve your images without you having to spend a lot of time in editing process. Making your subjects comfortable in front of the camera is half the battle, and posing them in a flattering way will make all the difference in capturing a great photograph. So tip number 1, I came across the phrase, "If it bends, then bend it," while researching photography posing one day. Implement angles such as a bent arm, a slight tilt of the head, bent knees, slight leaning forward, and so on to create visual breaks in the body and attain flattering images. In the top left image, you can see that the model's arms are barely bent, her legs are straight, and she's tilting her head backward slightly, which makes her face appear rounder. In the top right image, you can see the correct way to implement using angles. Tip number 2 is the turtle tilt. Although this sounds like a crazy phrase, it works, so let me explain. To turtle is to push or jut your head forward like a turtle would do. At this point, tilt your head and your chin slightly down. As you can see, here, the before head shot, the model's face looks round, and in the second, she's implementing the turtle tilt. Tip number 3 is arms. Most females are self-conscious about their arms, so why not provide them a position to flatter? In the left image, the arm is unbent and unflattering. The right image shows how bending the arm creates angles and a thinner appearance. Tip number 4 is head and shoulder shot. The rules can vary between male and female, so I will address both. When shooting females, shoot level from the subject or from above to avoid catching double chins, to slim the face, and to capture the light in your subject's eyes. When shooting males, feel free to play around with angles and shoot straight on for a masculine effect. Tip number 5 is the standing pose. Creating a flattering standing pose from the start of your shoot can help you and your subject be more comfortable, and your images turn out better. Plus, you can turn to this as your go-to pose. For females, place the front foot toward the camera with weight shifted on the back hip, creating angles. Slightly bend forward at the waist, which creates the look of a smaller waist. When shooting with group photography, there's a few additional rules that apply, such as heads apart. As you can see in the first image, the couple's heads blend together, creating awkward angles for both male and female. Try separating them for a better image. Tip number 7 is juxtaposition. As you can see, visual hierarchy is created when the heads are at different levels, creating a triangle. So to sum up what I've gone over today, having a few simple posing tips is a great way to help make your subjects more comfortable in front of the camera. It can help you avoid hours of time in post-production process and editing, and it will help you get better images in an instant. Don't make the same mistake I did by jumping into a portrait photo shoot unprepared. I hope you learned some helpful and useful tips today, and I encourage you to either use these tips or come up with your own. Enjoy the process, and good luck on your own personal portrait photo shoots.